happy hump day. Just on my way back from London. Had a full day at work, sort of full. Went out for lunch with the media owner again. Yeah, I didn't get to film a intro this morning because it was raining, and Dave very kindly dropped me off at the station. So I'm doing a quick intro now. So come and spend the day with me in London.
Your hair is behind your
So you're gonna do so everyone else.
You are safely, be safe as you can.
It was such a horrible day this morning, but yeah, blue skies now. I managed to get the early train home, which is the 5:25 one, and I've just popped into Waitrose to get a few bits, and these flowers were on sale for £5, so treated myself to some flowers. And yeah, I think we're gonna have fish and chips, homemade fish and chips, for dinner tonight as well. Look who's here to greet me after I come back. Whoa, you look sunburnt, bub. Been today. How has your day been, eh? I've got a new obsession, which is Pepsi, but it's like cream soda flavoured, or ice cream soda flavoured Pepsi, I should say. It's not like as sweet as it sounds, but incredibly refreshing. So yeah, try it if you haven't. I think I also bought Dave a strawberries and cream one. Again, both of these are quite new Pepsi editions. Probably shouldn't be drinking Pepsi, but it's incredibly warm. So yeah, new obsession. Food in. Dave's just outside watering our garden because it was quite warm today towards the evening. I quickly popped into Waitrose and I bought some oat milk because this morning I went to a coffee shop called Ozone near St. Paul's, and I basically had an iced oat milk latte, and they put honey in it instead of like normal syrups, and it was so good. So yeah, I've reignited my love for oat milk. I also bought a not so good thing. Raspberry Yum Yums. I love Yum Yums, and a raspberry Yum Yum is basically a jam donut and a Yum Yum crossover, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, yummy.
Dave has kindly started on dinner, although I'm not massively hungry. Whoa!
Milo.
Got that on camera.
Milo.
So what are we having?
We're
We're having fish and chips with
chips.
Dave's
Mushy peas.
special mushy peas. It's special because it's really unhealthy. Although this time round we're gonna try adding creme fraiche in there, which we've never done before, have we?
No, no.
Could work, could flop.
Water goes in. Nice and easy. Give it a little stir so that you can get all the peas to separate. And then
Is
make
it
sure it's
exceptional
salted
water?
water.
By the way.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on, keep the moisture in. And then we're going to set timer for, hey Google, set timer for 10 minutes.
My sister bought Milo these. She bought this rehydration solution, which he seems to love. It smells like gravy, so I'm not actually sure what's in it. It's hydrated. And look how happy he is after he's had it.
It's always that.
But yeah, it does feel like he's, I don't know, like during hot days he does look a bit like gaunt. It's hard to explain. He looks more tired, but after having the solution, he looks a bit more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So I guess it's the same as humans having electrolytes. So yeah, he likes it, so it's big thumbs up. Although £6 a bottle is pretty intense. But it lasts about 3 to 4 days, and he only really needs it when it's exceptionally warm, like this week. We have our first rows of the week. They've been a bit slow this year, but usually we get about 5 or 6 per week, don't we?
Yeah,
roughly.
yeah,
But it's been a bit slow. I don't know if it's because it's really warm, but look how pretty they are. But yeah, we put them in like little bud vases, and this is the best one of the week. They do have little bugs on them. So I went to a restaurant today called Los Mochis. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's basically a fusion restaurant. And chatting to our media partners, and they were asking for restaurant recommendations. So Dave and I used to live in London. How long for? Between 2013.
August 2013 all the way to December 2019.
Yeah, so 6 years. Obviously I was born and raised in London, I don't count. But Dave, you lived in London for 6 years. You lived in Liverpool Street until 2015. And then we moved in together in 2015 to Greenwich. And I miss having all those restaurants on our doorstep. Yeah, and I was talking about it, and she was making a list, and she was basically saying how she tries new restaurants almost every day. Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
But then we used to do the same.
With her work as well.
Yeah. But there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons to living in London. Obviously, if we were living in London, we wouldn't have Milo.
Nope.
We would not have Milo Boo. Probably wouldn't have a 3-bed house either. Would we? We'd probably be in like a...
Well, it wouldn't be semi-detached, it would
No.
be a terrace or something.
It would probably be a flat.
A townhouse or flat.
We did look at houses in Bromley, though. It wasn't really London, but closer. They were semi-detached.
They're not.
They were semi-detached, but they weren't great locations. One had a railway line in the garden. Do you remember?
Mm.
But yeah, I do miss being close proximity. I probably would go into the office more.
Twice a week?
Yeah, if we did live in London and it didn't take a couple of hours to commute in, because the aircon was good.
On the train?
In the office.
Oh, in the office, sorry, yeah.
So you get aircon and also like really nice coffees for free, which is good.
I make you coffees for free.
I know you do make. Well, it's not really free. We buy coffee beans. Which reminds me, we're trying out. I got influenced on Instagram to try these guys out. They're actually, again, London based.
Oh.
I want to say Clapham or Hackney. So this is the first coffee scientifically crafted to support your health and performance in meaningful ways. What do you think they mean by that? But yeah, apparently increase energy. Isn't that funny?
When it's caffeine.
When it's caffeine. Increase energy. Brain support.
Caffeine.
Caffeine again. Psychological support. Caffeine. Fatigue reduction.
This is all just descriptions
This
of
is
what
all-
caffeine does to the...
Have I been duped? To be fair, this was a free sample, so we can't knock it until we try it. Yeah. I don't know what makes it different to what do we usually get? Union coffee.
Yeah, Union's really good. The law stuff that we've had this week,
Yeah.
not as good.
No,
Really not as good. I had to change the grind setting.
I know.
That's like
I
a
bought it
four.
because it was on sale.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, apparently this is organic and washed. Maybe that's what makes it fancy. Healthy coffee, apparently. We're going to try that later this week. What have we done over the last few days? What did we do Saturday? Oh, Saturday we went up to Leamington Spa to see our friends,
And your
but
friends.
Dave's friends.
50%
Dave's
my best man.
best men. And we went to this board game cafe, which was quite fun. And it just opened our eyes to how many board games there are that we have not played.
No, I knew.
You knew. Yeah, I know, but
I was fully cognizant.
we tried something. We tried a game that we wouldn't usually
No.
go for. It was spooky and strategic. Those were the two descriptions.
Yeah, I wasn't scared at any point.
No, but I get the spookiness. It was like dark and creepy. And anyway, and then we went and had some nice Greek food for dinner, and then we drove back. Leamington Spa was a really nice town, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
It reminded me a little bit of Bath. So yeah, that was our Saturday. We did come back quite late. We obviously left Milo behind, hence all the treats that he got at my sister's place. Sunday, we went to Cotswold Wildlife Park. It was so warm, which meant that Milo couldn't come with us. They are actually dog friendly and he has been there before, but we decided not to take him, and we're glad we didn't, because he would have been really warm and uncomfortable. And then we went to this really lovely pub in Stow on the Wold, and it was a pub that we went to back in 2014.
13.
No, it was definitely 2014. I booked a weekend in the Cotswold for Dave's 22nd birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And
What the hell, 11 years ago?
11 years ago, and this weekend was the second time we've been, so we haven't been since 2014, and it was delicious, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good.
We had roast dinners, we both went for pork belly. So yeah, that was our Sunday. We got back quite late on both evenings. What happened on Monday? Monday was pretty non-eventful, wasn't
Monday,
it?
work,
Monday was work,
and it was hot as well.
and it
really
was
hot.
incredibly
Monday,
hot. We had to get the aircon out for those days. Tuesday, again, very uneventful. But I did get an MRI scan for the first time on my knee. I utilised my work private health insurance for the first time ever, and it was quite a nice experience, wasn't it? Well, we went there.
Yeah, I got you off. So I not have an idea.
Nice experience from a private hospital perspective, but not a nice, I don't know, MRI scans are kind of yeah, just noisy, and you kind of go in quite a confined space. But I'm glad it's over and done with, and hopefully I find out what's wrong with my knees so that I can go back to exercising. Exercising as little as possible. And yeah, that brings us to Wednesday. Dave, you very kindly dropped me off at the station this morning because it was rainy, and yeah, and now we're here. So this blender is also, we bought this in 2015.
It's done us well, hasn't it?
And it's done us well. It's not actually meant to be for mushy peas, but we use it for mushy peas in this instance. It does a pretty good job
Yeah,
for
really well.
how old it is, and the fact that it's for smoothies, it makes pretty good mushy peas. But anyway, you've put butter in there, salt and pepper, anything else?
No pepper yet.
No pepper yet. We're putting a tiny bit of creme fraiche. Normally we don't do this, but because we had a tiny bit left of some very fancy creme fraiche, we thought we're gonna put it in. Dave is probably gonna put some mayo in there, so it's not massively healthy, but here we are. We're going for deliciousness over health for this meal, aren't we?
We deserve it.
Because we deserve it.
Where's the lid?
And Milo is patiently waiting for nothing, because he's not allowed this, is he? He's had a few peas already, but
A few peas.
he does try. It's now time for bed. Dinner was really nice. I did not finish it because I wasn't massively hungry, but to be honest, Dave usually has a bigger portion, so he had my leftovers, and we then had the raspberry yum yum for dessert. So yeah, really nice meal to kind of finish the night. I'm back into watching Love Island again. Every year I'm like, oh, I'm too old for this. But then every year it sucks me back in. I didn't actually watch the first couple of weeks, but then I started watching it and I'm hooked. And it's actually a pretty good season. I don't know if it's because the people are a little bit older in there. There's a few like almost 30-year-olds/30-year-olds. So yeah, it does feel a little bit more, I don't know, normal this year. It's hard to explain. And there's also a Farnham football player on there. So obviously you've got to represent Farnham by watching. So yeah, that's what we've done this evening. I'm just gonna have a quick shower before jumping into bed, but thank you so much for watching. This is my first video where I've started and finished on the same day, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.